I don't want to settle for someone like you, she said. So I let her chase better. Now she's single at 35 while I'm engaged to the love of my life. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I don't want to settle for someone like you. The words hung in the air like a bad smell. Claire sat across from me at our kitchen table, her fingers tapping against her wine glass like she was bored. Like this was just another Tuesday night conversation. I stared at her, waiting for the punchline. There wasn't one. Someone like me? I repeated, my voice steady. She sighed, like I was the one being difficult. Mark, come on. You're sweet. You're stable. But I'm 26. I can't just lock myself into fine forever. I leaned back in my chair, absorbing the blow. 3 years together. 3 years of birthdays, holidays, her crying on my shoulder when her dad got sick. 3 years of me thinking we were building something. And now? Fine. That's all I was. So what's the plan? I asked, my tone flat. No anger. No pleading. Just facts. She blinked, like she expected more of a reaction. I think we should take a break. I need to figure out what I really want. Translation, I want to see if I can do better. I nodded slowly. Okay. That threw her. Okay. Just like that. You just told me you don't want to settle for me, I said, shrugging. Not much to discuss. She shifted in her seat, suddenly uncomfortable with how easy this was for me. It's not that simple, Mark. I care about you, but I have to think about my future. Right? I took a sip of my beer. And your future isn't me. I didn't say that, she snapped, defensive now. But yeah, maybe it's not. Don't you want more for yourself too? I almost laughed. Oh, Claire, you have no idea what's coming. Instead, I just stood up. I'll pack my stuff tomorrow. You're leaving? Her voice went sharp. Just like that. You ended it, I said simply. I'm not going to sit here and beg you to want me. She opened her mouth, then closed it. I could see the flicker of doubt in her eyes, the first hint that maybe, just maybe, she'd misjudged this. That she expected tears, promises to change, anything but this quiet acceptance. But it was too late. By the time I walked out of the apartment the next day, duffel bag in hand, she was already texting someone new. I caught a glimpse of her screen over her shoulder, some guy's name I didn't recognize, a flirty message, a heart emoji. I didn't say goodbye. I just left. And just like that, Claire got exactly what she wanted. Freedom. Too bad she wouldn't realize what it cost her until it was way too late. The first month was the hardest. Not because I missed her, though I'd be lying if I said I didn't, but because my entire routine had been built around us for 3 years. Our apartment, our weekend brunches, our inside jokes that didn't land with anyone else. Now, silence. I didn't call her, didn't text, didn't drunk dial her at 2 a.m. asking what went wrong. I just stopped existing in her world. Meanwhile, Claire made damn sure I saw her moving on. Her Instagram was a parade of rooftop cocktails, blurry club pics, and a new guy's arm slung around her waist. Some finance bro named Jason with a sharp jawline and a Rolex he made sure was in every shot. When you upgrade, winking face, she captioned one photo. I smirked and kept scrolling. Then, 6 weeks post-breakup, I ran into Liz, Claire's old college roommate, at a coffee shop. Mark, oh my God, how are you? She gushed, like we were long-lost friends instead of two people who only tolerated each other for Claire's sake. Good, I said, stirring my coffee. Really good, actually. Her eyes flickered with surprise. You look different. I did. I dropped 15 pounds, started lifting, and finally fixed my posture. Turns out, getting dumped is one hell of a motivator. So, Liz leaned in, lowering her voice. Claire's seeing someone new. Yeah, I saw. Jason's loaded, she said, like this was supposed to wound me. Took her to Cabo last weekend. Cool. I took a sip. He's still liking all his ex's photos, or did he stop after they got together? Liz froze. How did you, lucky guess? I stood up, tossing my cup in the trash. Tell Claire I said hi. That night, my phone buzzed. A text from a number I hadn't deleted yet. Claire, heard you ran into Liz. You're looking good. I stared at it. Not angry, not hurt, just curious. This was the first time she'd reached out since I walked out. I didn't respond. 3 days later, another text. Claire, Jason's taking me to Aspen next month. You'd hate it there, LOL. I deleted it. Then, at 1:37 a.m. on a Tuesday, Claire, do you ever miss me? I turned my phone off and went to sleep. Meanwhile, the cracks were starting to show. Liz, who, ironically, had always low-key hated Claire, slid into my DMs a week later. So Jason forgot their 2-month anniversary. Claire threw a wine glass at his head. He left and hasn't texted her back in 3 days. Thought you'd enjoy that. I didn't. But I also did not enjoy it. I closed the app and went back to work. Because while Claire was playing Where's Jason, I was finalizing a deal that would land me a promotion and a transfer to Chicago. Funny how life works. 3 years. That's how long it took for the universe to balance the scales. I didn't track Claire's downfall. I was too busy living. The Chicago transfer went through. The promotion came with a corner office. And 6 months after landing in the city, I met Sophie at a bookstore in Wicker Park. She was arguing with the barista about the ethics of oat milk. I fell in love right there. Meanwhile, Claire's life had become a cautionary tale. Liz, now my reluctant informant, kept me updated through sporadic, wine-fueled texts. Jason dumped Claire for his assistant. She keyed his car. Cops got involved. Messy. She tried to rebrand as a lifestyle influencer. 47 followers. Mostly bots. She asked about you again. I told her you were dating some hot architect. She cried into her $18 avocado toast. I never responded to these, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't smile. Then came the first real reach out. Claire, hey stranger, Chicago looks good on you. Attached was a screenshot of my LinkedIn profile, where I'd recently updated my status to engaged. Sophie peered over my shoulder as I stared at the message. Ex-girlfriend? She guessed, sipping her coffee. How'd you know? The triple dots at the end. That's wounded ego disguised as casual. She kissed my cheek. Reply however you want. Just know I'll fight her if necessary. I left it on read. But Claire wasn't done. Over the next month, the messages escalated. Claire, remember that little sushi place we loved? Went there today? Missed those rolls. And maybe you, winky face. Claire, I'm gonna be in Chicago for a conference. Coffee for old time's sake? Claire, Mark, please just answer me. The night before my 31st birthday, she called. I let it go to voicemail. It's me. A pause. I keep having this dream where you forgive me. We're at that beach in Malibu, and you're laughing like you used to. Her voice cracked. God, I was such an idiot. Jason was a narcissist. Everyone after him was worse. And you're just happy. Without me. Another pause. Then, quietly, would it have killed you to fight for me? I deleted it. The final straw came via email, because she'd been blocked everywhere else. Subject, I'm sorry, Mark. I know you don't owe me anything. But I need you to know I regret it all. Every word. Every stupid, arrogant assumption that I could do better. The truth? You were the best thing that ever happened to me. And I threw you away because I was too young and dumb to recognize real love when I had it. I'm not asking for another chance. Just tell me you're okay. That you don't hate me. That somewhere in your new, perfect life, there's still a tiny piece of you that remembers us fondly. See, I closed the laptop. Sophie arched an eyebrow. Let me guess. The grand finale apology. Yep. You replying? I pulled her into my lap. Nope. Good. She grinned. Now let's go pick out wedding china. The invitation arrived on thick cream cardstock. Liz and Ryan request the pleasure of your company as they tie the knot. Finally, Sophie held it up with a smirk. So, are we going to your ex's best friend's wedding? I shrugged. Liz always hated Claire. Bet you $50 she seated us on opposite sides. Sophie tossed the invite on the counter. I'll wear red. The church was all twinkle lights and peonies. Liz spotted us first, squealing as she crushed me in a hug. Oh my God, you actually came. Her eyes darted over my shoulder. Where's here? Sophie said, materializing with 2 glasses of champagne. You must be Liz. Love the dress. Also, your maid of honor's crying in the bathroom. Liz snorted. Claire's been crying since she saw you 2 walk in. She lowered her voice. She's alone, by the way. Again, I followed her gaze. There, by the punch bowl, stood Claire. She was thinner, sharper, her dress too tight, her smile tighter. Our eyes met. She looked away first. The reception was worse. I danced with Sophie, laughing as she whispered terrible jokes in my ear. We toasted the newlyweds. We fed each other cake. And the whole time, Claire watched. She made it until dessert before cornering me at the bar. Mark. I turned. Claire. Up close, I could see the smudged mascara, the over-bleached teeth. You look really happy, she said, fingers twisting her empty wine glass. I am. Sophie's beautiful. A pause. Is she smart? I almost laughed. Smarter than me. Oh, her throat worked. How long have you? 2 years. 2, she blinked. So you met her right after? Yep. The knife twist landed. I watched it sink in. He didn't mourn me at all. Her breathing hitched. You moved on that fast? Was I nothing to you? I sipped my whiskey. You were the one who left, Claire. Because you didn't fight for me. A few heads turned. I kept my voice calm. You told me not to settle. So I didn't. Her face crumpled. I was young. I didn't know what I had. Now you do. Across the room, Sophie caught my eye and mimed stabbing herself in the heart. Claire followed my gaze. She's mocking me, isn't she? No, I lied. God. She wiped under her eyes. I'm the pathetic ex at the wedding. How did this happen? I could have rubbed it in. Could have listed every way her life had unraveled while mine soared. Instead, I just said, you wanted an upgrade, Claire. Hope you found it. And walked away. Later, as Sophie and I left, Liz pulled me aside. Claire just Ubered home. Alone. Again. She grinned. Sophie's terrifying. I love her. In the cab, Sophie yawned. So, was that as satisfying as you imagined? I kissed her forehead. Better. Good. She snuggled against me. Now let's never think about her again. And we didn't. Last I heard, Claire moved back in with her parents. Her Instagram's all sunrise yoga quotes now. Healing. Self-love. Gratitude. Sometimes she still likes my old photos. The ones from before Chicago, before Sophie, before I learned the difference between loving someone and being someone's backup plan. I don't block her. Don't hide my stories. Let her see the ring on Sophie's finger. The house we bought. The life she thought she was too good for. After all, closure's a luxury. And Claire? She's just a notification I swipe away. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.